Today, leaders are faced with a lot of VUCA scenarios. The environment is volatile. I mean, today we have political wars of the 21st centuries and many other business wars among its competitors and other rivals and so on within a business environment. Today's environment is uncertain. We're not sure. COVID came in. People were not necessarily sure in terms of when it will be managed or when it will end. Today we are living in a complex scenario. I mean, we have all these issues around equity and inclusion, toxic masculinity, and many other issues around climate change and all these. Our environment is ambiguous. We are not sure of what is going to happen next. So even as we plan, then we are planning with some critical aspect of adaptability in our mind. So what do we do as leaders? Yet leaders are supposed to know the way, show the way, and lead the way. That's the inquiry that I try to bring in terms of giving some VUCA mindsets that we should have as leaders so that we can navigate the VUCA environment. So my name is Gilbert Angana. I'm the CEO of Ascent Leadership Group, and our focus or our purpose is advancing leadership advocacy in Africa and beyond through coaching, through teaching, through consulting, and many other aspects of research and so on. So what kind of mindset do we need to bring on board in VUCA environment so that then we can be able to have a way forward? And I want to give VUCA solutions or VUCA mindset that as leaders as leaders that we need to be able to inculcate so that then we can become effective. And the first one is in volatile environment. Then as leaders, then we must maintain the visionary aspect or the visionary mindset so that then we can be able to pull through our teams, we can be able to pull through organizations to walk through the volatile environment to success. So to look beyond the volatile situations and navigate through it so that then you can be able to achieve the intended goal. And that's the first V. The second aspect is what happens when you're faced in all this uncertainty and so on. And that's where as leaders then you must be able to develop an aspect of understanding. You must be able to understand that this is where you are and start bringing in all your team to that realization that this is the space that you are and finding solutions to the next levels that you want to be. Because in uncertain situations, if you do not understand the particular situation, then you will not navigate through it. The other complexity. What do you do when you're faced with complexity? And that's where the aspect of clarity comes into place, because in all this complex environment, equity, inclusions, toxic masculinity, climate change issues, how do you bring clarity to your team? How do you bring clarity to your organization so that then they can be able to understand and find solutions that will be able to tap into those complex situations? And the last one in this particular case is ambiguity. How do we navigate through ambiguous situations? And I think as a leader, the critical aspect here is to challenge your team to actually be adaptable, or to create some adaptability within the organization, within your teams, so that then they can be able to navigate and adapt to different situations and actually come up with solutions that will be of impact to the organizations. So those are the four mindsets that you need to develop on VUCA issues. When you're having volatility, you need to be able to bring in the aspect of visionary. When you're having uncertain circumstances, you need to be able to bring clarity in the organization. When you're having a complex environment, you need to be able to ensure to create clarity within the organization and teams. When you're having situations of ambiguity, you need to be able to develop some adaptability within the organizations. And this is what will ensure that you navigate the VUCA environment through the VUCA mindsets. Thank you very much, and I hope I've challenged you, I hope I've added value to you, and see you in other episodes. And check my channel to be able to find various episodes that will be able to challenge you as a leader. Thank you.